from West Corners Custom Cycles. Welcome back to the Underground Garage. Last time I left you, we were working on the 75 Sportster transformation build. Still are. If you saw the last video, you know we weren't getting spark out of it. We checked everything, tested everything. I showed you how and what to test. We figured out that the coil was bad. So we got a new coil in the mail today. New box. Now, I'm going to test this coil before we put it on the bike to make sure it's a good coil that I got in the mail. And then we're going to hook everything back up and see if this thing's got spark. If it does, we should be able to get it up, fire up, and take it out for a ride. All right, let's get to it. Okay, everybody. This is what we're going to be replacing right here. That's what it looks like. So, it's mounted through these two holes at the top here. One there, one there. You can see the bolt going through it here. There's one on the other side. They're side by side. There's 7/16 on either end. You put your one wrench on here. These are ratchet wrenches. The other one on here. Start unscrewing them. Dismount it. You got this wire coming to this side, which goes down to the points. On the other side, you have a white wire, and that's a constant 12 from the battery whenever the ignition is on. So, I'm going to pull this, get the other one mounted back up, connect this wire back up. I'm going to connect the one back up on the other side, and then I'm going to take the spark plug wires here, this one and the one on the other side, plug them back in, and then we're going to roll it over, test it, and see if we got spark coming out of it. All right, you guys don't need to watch me unscrew things and screw things back together. You can figure that out on your own. But, all right, be back in a second. Okay, as you can see, I cleaned those up some. Same thing on the nuts. This plate back on there, and the bolts back in it, get it tightened down, get these plug wires back on it, and these wires. Be right back. Okay, everybody, there it is. Got these bolts tightened down on both sides. Got the wire here coming from the points hooked up. Got the white wire on the other side hooked up, coming from the battery, or coming from the ignition. And I also have the spark plug wires here plugged back in. So, now let me set up on the other side, and we can test and see if we got spark. All right, everybody. We've got everything hooked back up. We're going to test to see if we have spark in a second here. But one thing I want to do before we test for spark is I want to polarize this generator. Now, down here is your generator, this round thing here. You have two studs coming off of it. One is marked A, one is marked F. You want to polarize your generator, you want to hook a wire to the positive on your battery. You want to come down here to the A terminal on your generator and make sure it's the A terminal, because the F1 means you're frogged. That's how you remember. A is all right, F, you're frogged. So what you do is you come down here and you just take this wire and you just tap it on there till you get a spark. There you go. That's all you have to do. There's nothing more to it than that. Unhook your wire here off your battery. Boom, your generator is polarized, and now you know that your charging system is going to work the way it should. Okay. Now, step number 2. Let's see if we've got spark coming out of this coil. If we can get spark out of the coil, we can hook up the spark plug wires and see if we can fire this up. So, instead of sticking a spark plug and trying to ground it on the head, I like to take my tester here, stick it in the end of the spark plug wire, hook the other end to ground, and then we'll roll it over. If it's sparking, this will light up and flash like it's supposed to when it's sparking. So, cross your fingers, see what we got. Oh, that helps. Well, now we still don't have spark. Oh no, what could the matter be? Be sure I had good ground. Try that one more time. Yeah, we certainly do not have spark still. All right. Let's pause for a second here and figure where we're going next. Okay, boys and girls, welcome back. When I last spoke with you, it was 2 days ago on Friday, September 9th, 2022. When we left off, I had to go and meet my son, his girlfriend, and my wife. We all went to a clam bake. Spent all day yesterday at a cancer benefit. So, today is September 11th, 2022. God bless all those who lost their lives in the Twin Towers attack. God bless their memory and their families. I wanted to get back to you with the Sportster that we were working on. And I think I figured out what was up. I actually wound up calling a buddy of mine who had gone to school to one of the motorcycle institutions you see on commercials on TV. I don't want to mention which one just for copyright reasons, but I spoke to him. I told him I was checking for spark after I put the new coil on this. He asked me what I was using. I told him that I was just using my my light to see if it was lighting it up. He said, don't do that. I guess that won't light up, he said. I'm not going to question why. He said either stick a spark plug in the end of the spark plug wire or a screwdriver, put it against the head, check it that way. So I came out and I had taken the spark plug out and I stuck it in here. And when I put it against the head, well, we got to turn the key on. See if you guys can see this here. I'll hold it and roll it over then. But get my hand out of the way. No spark. So I was assuming I still had no spark. When it turned out that the issue is the spark plugs. I told you I wasn't a big fan of these split fire plugs, but turns out I went and got a brand new plug. I had a couple in the top of my toolbox for my skull bike. So, took one of these new spark plugs. Get in there. Stuck that on there. See if I can get around here where you can see what's going on. And we have spark. So, problem is, these Screaming Eagle spark plugs that are in here, for whatever reason, are absolutely dead and not firing. So, I called all around since it is Sunday. Our Harley dealership isn't open, so I can't get plugs there. None of the auto stores in town have the plug that I need. They say they can all get it by tomorrow. But I want to get this thing started right now if I can. So I have a 72 in back of me over here that I got the transmission out of. It's been apart for quite a while. I checked the cross reference, and yes, the plugs for this are the same as the plugs in the 72. So I'm going to go get them and bring them over here and swap them out, see if we get spark. If we do, we're going to see if we can start this. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back with these new plugs. These are actually auto lights, 4316s. But I know these did come out of a bike that was running because I had rode that 72 before I put it up and took the training out of it. So let's see what happens here when we turn everything on. And see if we get some spark. If we get some spark, we may be lucky. Oh, she's sparky, sparky. Let me try this other one. Lose those rings on there. Oh, ding, ding, ding. And if you're ever going to try this, make sure you're only holding the rubber, because if you touch anything metal, you're going to get jolted. All right, get these plugs in here and see what happens. If we don't get it to start now, then it's going to be a fuel issue. Fuel delivery issue. But if so, we'll tackle that too. No, what the. Now I took, just so y'all know, those other plugs, I put them back in the other bike so that no moisture and no dirt or anything will get in the other one. These are 3/4 of an inch. Okay, that one's screwed down in there. This ring on this one don't want to screw down, right? But we'll make her screw down. No, that's 13/16. Okay, pop these spark plug wires back on the plugs. And in theory, we should have spark. So I'm going to disconnect for a second, move this camera so you can see the whole thing, and we'll see if we can get her started. Okay, boys and girls, we're back. I know earlier I showed you how this carburetor is adjusted. I actually found out how it's supposed to be adjusted, and that's not how it is adjusted now. But I know it started and ran how it is now, so I'm going to try and start it like that. If I get it started like that, great. Then I'm going to turn it around and I'm going to adjust it the way it actually should be. Try and fine tune it and make it run better. But cross your fingers, people. Let's see what we got. Okay, we know she runs. idle adjusted without having to choke on. All right. Well, there it is, people. She starts, she runs. Woohoo! God, I love that feeling. Okay. As you can see, or maybe you can't. No, it's way too bright out there. It's nasty and raining outside. So I cannot take this out and rip it up and down the street right now. But what I am going to do, get this carburetor adjusted right. I will make a video on exactly how that's supposed to be. And making sure I took the video off. I will make a video on exactly how that goes and how that's supposed to be. Get that dialed in, get this idling on its own. Tomorrow or the next day I will get it out as soon as the sun is out. Take a full walk around this thing, rip it up and down the road, and I will show you. All right. As always, be good, be kind, live life behind bars. God, I love that feeling. Peace out. All right, everybody. I told you I'd get back and make another little video showing you exactly how to tune this carburetor. This carburetor is a Mikuni carburetor. As you can see, it's a round carburetor. They call it a round slide carburetor. They also make a square carburetor that they call a flat slide carburetor, referring to the slide that goes up and down inside here when you hit your throttle. Now, the way this carburetor is adjusted, this here is your idle speed screw. This here is your air speed screw, or your air inlet screw. The way Mikuni suggests you set this up is you back this screw out from all the way in and just seat it in. You don't got to crank it down hard. You turn it until it just stops. Back it out 1 1/4 to 1 1/2 turns is what they recommend. Then you start the bike. You get it up to operating temperature, and once you get it warm, you set your idle screw, your idle speed screw, which is the speed at which the motor idles. You set that until it's idling on its own, but at a very low idle. They want you to have it till it almost falls on its face. They want it to be at the lowest idle you can get it at and still keep it running. Then you go back to your air mixture screw here, or your air inlet screw. You take this, you start turning it clockwise in until it starts to stumble and fall on its face even more to where it's, going to quit. Then you back it out and you turn it back the other way until it does the same thing, till it's going to stumble and fall and quit again. And then you find the happy medium right between there. Well, you can count the number of turns you turn it out by halves. But you find that happy medium right in the middle. Now, that's where this air screw gets set, and you never touch it again. The only thing that this screw has to do with is your idle. So if you're not idling with this carburetor the way that you're supposed to, messing with this is not an air mixture. It's not a fuel air mixture screw. It's just an air inlet screw. Your idle, like I said, is going to change the speed of your motor running, but it's not going to change your mixture or anything else. The way you do that, there's a needle that goes in the slide up here, and it's got 5 notches on it, and you move that needle up and down those notches to richen it or to lean it out. That's the way this carb is meant to be adjusted. That's just the way that is. Really, it says you're not even supposed to change the jets out on it. That's how you're supposed to adjust it, is with that needle. So that's how it is. If you need to know more about it, I got right from the Mikuni website. You can go on their website, and they have videos on there you can watch on how to adjust their different carburetors and the different carburetors they have. So that way you know. And this one actually right now is idling and running pretty good. I'll show you real quick. I'll start her up. Look, Mom, no hands. Alrighty. Camera went a little goofy. Anyway, she's starting and running pretty good. I mean, it doesn't barely roll over, and she's running. So I kind of like it. I'm happy with that. And like I said, as soon as the rain stops outside here, I don't know if you can see it. You probably can't. It gets too bright out there looking from in here, but it's just an all-day soaking rain out there. So hopefully it'll be better tomorrow. We can get a little bit of a video of me ripping this up and down the street for you, and then I will post this video for you. But as always, I appreciate everybody tuning in. I couldn't have got this bike running without you. I appreciate everybody who's joined the Underground Army and subscribed. I invite everybody that sees this video or any of my other videos, go ahead, please subscribe. Let us know that you like what we're doing. And till the next time, be good, be kind to each other, keep the shiny side up, and as always, live life behind bars. All right, I'll see you later. Okay, everybody, here it is, out of the garage. Sorry about the background noise. A couple of guys building a shed over here in the next yard. But this is it. Do a quick walk around. Let you see it up close and personal. Like I said, I got to get these two fenders painted. But that's what she's looking like. All right, now I'm going to go run this up and down the road. I've been dying to do this. See you in a minute. All right, everybody. Pat here. This is it, 1975 Sportster transformation build. All done except for the paint on the rear and the front fender and ready to go. I'm going to run this thing up and down the road, get this video posted for you guys, and you can check it out. There you go, folks. I'm not going to run it up and down the road anymore because I just went through the stop sign at the end of the road because I don't got the rear brake adjusted up where I need it. But there it is, another custom build from West Corners Custom Cycles. As always, I invite everybody out there, subscribe, like, leave comments, and be good, be kind to each other, keep the shiny side up. Always live life behind bars.